Alright, what up YouTube? It's your boy LKDAMYTH coming with another episode of the Hydro Club. So I had a request. Somebody wanted to know how to rebuild these little OCC heads. Figured why not? I know there's videos out there, but I haven't seen any that rebuild with the nickel wire. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to try my hardest to keep the video short because it does take a amount of time. Once you get a knack for it and you've done it so many times, you'll be able to make one of these OCC heads in like 10 minutes. Once you have everything laid out that you'll need, should be able to make them in 5-10 minutes. I know for me to make, usually I can make about 12 in an hour. So that gives you an idea. But we're gonna go ahead and get started real quick. I'll break down a couple of pieces, explain a few things, but when all is said and done, should be able to have a coil head that is running at 0.15 ohms. So first, we'll go ahead and just grab an OCC head. These ones are already hollowed out. They've actually been soaking for a day. That's me being lazy actually, but you don't have to let them soak that long. Once you pull out the old coil and the cotton, just put them in some hot water and some soap, usually maybe an hour or so. You should be good by then, but I've been letting these ones sit for a few days. So initially you'll pull this apart. You have the coil head itself, the connecting pin, and a rubber grommet that goes around the connection pin that acts as your ground and your positive for your coil. So as you can see, boom, boom, grommet, firing pin, and your nice little hollowed out coil head. So go ahead and start by getting a piece of nickel real quick. Don't really need a ton, just need enough to make these 10 wraps on wraps on wraps. So that should be more than enough actually. Should be way more than enough actually, but hey. I've noticed actually working with this nickel is not as bad. I know some people have said that, you know, handling nickel can be a bummer, and I think that's probably why I enjoy building the OCC heads, because it's really not that hard. I have a Curo Concepts coil jig. This is actually a clone made by Tobacco. I got this at Ace of Vapes, $9. I actually got all three of them for $9 a piece instead of for $20 a piece. So I've enjoyed using these. Very easy to make any kind of coil with them. But yeah, so go ahead and get this bad boy started. Slide them on through there. Give him a half a wrap. And again, I need 10 wraps, but I'm gonna put 11 because usually one wrap on the coil will always get messed up, and it's usually on the, the far right end or the far left end. So it's always best to, at least for me, to put an extra wrap to pull out from. Just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is what I want. 11. Turn that shit to 11. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over. Got my coil. It's done. I'm gonna straighten out this leg just a little bit. Now, as you know, for any nickel builds, you can't use a macro coil or micro coil, whatever you want to call it. So what I'll do is I'll take this now and I'll just stretch it across the whole entire jig itself by just using my fingers. Like I said, nickel is so easy to move and mess with. You shouldn't have any real problem stretching it out. It's not like Kanthal, where once you got Kanthal formed a certain way, it don't really want to move. Nickel, on the other hand, it's like playing with Play-Doh. Alright, so I just need to get this last wrap over here moved, stretched out. Alright. So I don't know if the camera will be able to catch that, but that is stretched out over the jig itself. And what I'll do is I'll just pinch it back and you'll have evenly spaced coils. So there you go. Boom. Evenly spaced. Go ahead and pull that. Now I have 10 wraps. As you can see, evenly spaced, 10 wraps, pretty easy. Go in the coil from top to the bottom. Once you get the coil in place, what I do is I take the jig and I push it back through the coil to make sure it's set evenly. Going in one side, out the other. Your two leads basically will follow these notches right here. So your lead that's on the outside will go on this outside notch. The one that's on the inside will go on this inside notch. But when you do this, you need to put one lead first, take your rubber grommet and stick it on the lead that's still straight up, and then take the other lead and go over on the outside of the grommet. So, and pull it tightly. That way your leads are really nice and straight. So I got that one. Take your grommet, put it over so it's going, so the lead that's still sticking out is coming straight out of the grommet itself, where the other lead is underneath it. So you'll go ahead and pull that one as tight as you possibly can. Take your firing pin and stick it right in the middle of the grommet. Boom. Now you know you've got it real tight when you can actually hold the coil itself and the jig doesn't fall. Go ahead and clip your leads. I usually will stretch that back out. And now your coil has been mounted. Should be able to see through it from one side through the other. So it's one side through the coil coming out the other end. Now it's time to put some cotton in that bad boy. Go ahead and get it wicked. Organic Japanese cotton. I would say put enough in there to where it's tight, but not too tight. You want it snug, not super tight. So I will go ahead and lick my fingers. That bad boy right on through. Now, as you're pulling your cotton through, again, you have to be kind of careful because the coil will move. So you just want to make sure it doesn't move too much, and if it seems like it's leaning to the side you're pulling it to, just tug on the other side and even it right back out. Go ahead and chop off the excess. Normally what I'll do here is I'll take a piece of Kanthal and I will take these and spread them out, throw it out like an afro, call that shit Afro Man. Same on the other side. Once you have it combed out, then you'll go ahead and kind of prune it. Give it a haircut. Take some scissors, just chop off excess. Pretty much cut it to the shape of the coil head itself. Use your own discretion. But then again, this is what will make or break whether your tank is going to leak or not. So you want to make sure you have enough cotton. You don't want to overdo it, because then it'll take forever for the juice to re-wick. But if you don't put enough, then your tank is going to leak profusely. So I'll take that same piece of Kanthal I used to comb it out, and usually I start from the outside and come to the edge of the hole, and then I'll push it in. Another thing is, once you got it all in there, look on the inside wall and make sure that your cotton is not overlapping on your coil, and adjust it, you know, to make sure it's pretty much on the wall of that inside coil. Same as with the other side. there you have it, folks. One rebuilt nickel coil ready to go. Will come in at about 0.15. I have had a couple come in a little under that, 1.4 or a little bit over 1.6, 1.7. But hey, this is how you can save yourself some money. If you got the time and patience, you definitely can rebuild your own nickel OCC heads. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And as always, drip it, don't spill it. Fill it before you hit it. And blow yourself a nice hydro cloud.